Yo, what is the deal, nation? Mid afternoon pull up show. I told y'all when shit goes down, I go on. So let's get this shit underway, y'all.
Inside Allegiant Stadium for the first time this year. Touchdown Raiders! Touchdown Raiders! Thrill from behind. Ball's out. Big man running. Raiders!
Yo, salute to everyone pulling up and already here. Welcome to another Raiders Unfiltered, y'all. Mid afternoon show. Appreciate everyone who is pulling up or already's pulled up. We have some things to talk about today and some things that has happened over the last 24 hours. So I wanted to go ahead and jump on and do a quick live. It's not going to be a long show, but we're going to go ahead and go into some things. Appreciate everyone pulling up. I know it's a lunchtime, y'all, so I hope to go ahead and make your day a little bit better. Talk about some Raiders ball and some Raider news that's going on currently right now. Shout out to my guy, CGR in the building. What to do, my guy? Salute to you, brother. Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, Armando. What to do, brother? Salute to you. Good morning. I mean, good afternoon. Might be good morning if you're in Hawaii. Just saying. Salute to Ray. What is good, my guy? Salute. Appreciate everyone pulling up. My guy Jeff. Salute, brother. Appreciate you pulling up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So crazy things have happened over the last 24 hours. Not too crazy, but obviously, as we all know, Ricky training camp is well underway. But the most important thing here, and that I talked about on Monday show, well, or on Wednesday, whether or not Jack Bech is going to actually report to training camp, and we finally got the answer to that. Jack Bech has officially signed with the Raiders. He has officially signed his contract. Um, they agreed to terms yesterday, and it's a done deal as of this morning. So he is officially a Raider. There was no doubt about it. I did let you guys know that I was very confident that he was going to go ahead and sign a contract. This was a holdout done by literally 30 second rounders, or 30 teams around the league. All their second round players have been holding out to try to get a guaranteed contract. Now, there hasn't the particulars of the contract haven't been released yet. I know there's some things that have been put out there in regards to the contract. Nothing really officially or anything from the sources. I've tried to check and see if I could find anything on that kind of level. Rumblings The contract is it's a 4-year contract. It's anywhere around $7 million or so. Looks like there's going to be a signing bonus involved, maybe around 2. Again, nothing officially has been put out there quite yet, but one thing for sure, Jack Bech is officially a Raider. Now we can go ahead and move into training camp and look forward towards the regular season with Jack Bech here. How do y'all feel about that? Let me know in the chat if you guys are happy about Jack Bech officially signing his contract moving forward. I hope so. The kid, we haven't heard too much from him over the OTAs and the mini camps a couple of months ago. Hopefully that's going to go ahead and change going into training camp. Right now, it is the rookies. The veterans are set to report next week on the 22nd, which is Tuesday. So very, very excited about that. Literally, it takes us one step closer to the start of the official 2025 season. Preseason literally right around the corner. I hope y'all excited, man, because Raider football is that much closer to being back. Let me go ahead and hit up the chat real quick. Salute to y'all. Appreciate you, my guy. Salute to you, my guy Dixon. Salute, brother. Appreciate you pulling up. Good afternoon. Hope you guys are having a good day. Wherever you guys be at, whether y'all at work, whether y'all at lunch, you guys at that crib like me, taking care of the kids, day off. And hope you're enjoying your day off if you're off today. But appreciate you guys pulling up on this midday show. Salute. Thank you, brother. Make sure of course, as always, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. It does go ahead and help support the show. Appreciate you, my guy, for sure. All right. So, let me know what you guys think about Jack Bech being signed. I am very, very happy about that. I let my boy Leo know in our group chat. Man, I was ecstatic. But he did have a point. He still has to go ahead and prove himself, right? So I think with him, it won't be a hard thing for him to go ahead and do. His work ethic hasn't been questioned, but it just the mentions of him haven't been too much out there as of yet, right? But we are getting into training camp, and this is really where it really starts to matter, and really where either you're going to shine or you're just going to go ahead and take a step back and kind of fit into a mold, fill into a role. Really quick shout out to my guy, Jeff Goading 5, Just Raider Baby memberships to the masses. Salute, my guy. Appreciate you. We got 5 more members to the family. Salute to everyone. Salute to all the new members. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's see here. I saw my boy here. Who's my guy? I think I missed him. All right. But yes, Jack Bech is officially a Raider. Now we got the rookie camp on the way. Obviously, we talked about it last week and earlier this week about possible guys that are going to be standing out in that upcoming training camp. Obviously, definitely interesting to see how Dante Thornton is going to go ahead and perform. Darian Porter is another guy who I'm pretty sure everyone is taking a really close look at. And then you got JJ Pegues, Tonka Hemingway on those D-tackle positions. And going into that D-tackle position, I think y'all know what I'm going to go ahead and talk about next. Obviously, the other big news that has been put out early this morning, Christian Wilkins placed on the PUP list. He has been placed on the physically unable to perform list. So this was a question that I had earlier this week as well. Is Christian Wilkins, or we also been talking about it in the last 2 or 3 months, is he really going to be able to make it to training camp? As of right now, it is a no. Now, is he going to does he need another surgery? That is a question. Is he going to be out for the season? Is the biggest question we probably have. What do y'all feel? Do you think he's going to be able to go ahead and make part of this training camp, or do you think he's going to possibly be out for majority of the season. I've heard things where he's possibly going to be out for 10 to 11 games, somewhere around there, which is crazy. My take on this is if he's going to need that surgery, go ahead and do it now. Don't wait, because the longer you wait, the longer you're going to be out. One thing, the rehab is going to take that much longer. But if he's going to be out majority of the season, um, it really depends how we do come towards the bye week. Are we going to go ahead and kind of be in that playoff contention, record where we can actually possibly fuck around and make a playoff berth? I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. I'm going to go ahead and put this out there on a quick poll. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. All right. So, do you think Christian Wilkins makes it to training camp at any point, whether it's now, whether it's next, whether it's in 2 weeks, whether it's in 3 weeks, or do you think he's going to be completely out for training camp, and then does he even make week 1, right? So that's another thing. Even if he misses training camp, what type of, and he's able to play that week 1, what type of Christian Wilkins are we going to see? Remember, there hasn't been really any type of conditioning during OTAs, minicamp, or anything like that. So what kind of Christian Wilkins are we going to see? Is it going to literally take up until like week 4 or 5 to kind of see 100% or close to 100% Christian Wilkins? That's the other thing, right? And this D-line, this trenches is really dependent kind of on him. Though we got guys that hopefully can step up and be able to fill in that role, but still, nonetheless, it's hard to go ahead and replace Christian Wilkins. We're gonna feel that if he is out, if he's on a limited capacity, we are gonna feel that in some way, shape, or form. But really quick, my guy Dixon says, I'm 80% sure he ain't starting week 1. I'm hot, and I'm really leaning towards that, bro. I'm agreeing with you. I don't know, man. I think he's probably going to be out majority of the season. I really do think that. I don't know. I don't know. I know that probably within a week or two we'll find out more. We'll find out more. If he still hasn't showed up to training camp, I don't feel very confident. And we just saw him last month on that charity golf tournament in Vegas with the boots still on. And it was late June going into training camp. If you guys remember, I talked about that with I believe with Raider D when we had him on the show on Good Morning Raiders. He's still in the boot. This is June. Now we're in July. Training camp is next week. We know he's not going to participate in that. Now he could come off the second week, the following week or second week of training camp, and start participating in that in a limited capacity, or in the third week. Nothing has really been said. Just right now, Raiders have said we're putting him on the PUP list, and that's it. So let's see what else comes out from HQ. Armando says if he's out during the season, let the young defensive tackles play. I agree 100%. And I've said this before. I don't think we should go out and get another tackle. I think when you have Walu, Tonka Hemingway, JJ Pegues, Leaky, we went out and got Leaky during early in the offseason. I think those 4 guys on a rotational could make a pretty good impact during the season. As y'all know, like I've said it before, Lualu was coming off a great year last year. He was solid. I'm very confident in him. Leaky, new to the team, get to see where he's at. Obviously, Pegues and Tonka, they're improving. We don't know where they stand, but obviously they're going to start getting some reps come preseason. But it's going to be interesting to see how that uh, defensive line plays out. But obviously, either way, you still have Max on one side, Kuntz on the other, and that really does actually help that defensive line. It doesn't really have it take a too much of a step back with Wilkins not being there. And remember, Adam Butler's still there, so Adam Butler just got re-up. He's good. Coming off another good year as well. So I'm really confident on what we have currently, and even in depth. If Christian doesn't make it towards the season, I know that we have some good depth to go ahead and help out on that part. Yeah, they put him on the pup already. Yep. So like I said, he can come off anytime during training camp. But once we start getting to that training camp, that's the question that we're going to go ahead and ask again, because we haven't had it fully answered yet. Is he going to play week 1, or is he going to be placed on IR? That's really what it kind of boils down to for sure. Let's see. My guy Jeff says if he's still on PUP list at the start of the season, he has to miss first 4 weeks. There you go. So he could still be on the PUP list, but he'll miss the first 4 weeks, which is big. Like I said, I think if he really does need the surgery, take it, man. Take it. I don't know what type of splash we're going to go ahead and make this season yet. Again, my take on it, I still think our magic number is going to be anywhere from 8-9, maybe 9-8, 7-10 is probably going to be looking like the number. But as of right now, I don't know if we make playoffs. It might not be that thing. It might not be the season yet where we make that playoff run. Could be. Things can happen, right? We can have a really, really good season and possibly fuck around and make the playoffs, right? So really quick, hold on one second. Yeah, I mean, I've seen other stuff, Jeff, on what you sent me. So yeah, so what Jeff sent me a link on the pup, but he can return anytime during training camp and preseason. But yeah, if they're on the pup after the 53 man is put out, they're gonna miss at least 4 games for being eligible to return. So how does that? Well, let me ask you. I don't know. Maybe Jeff knows a little bit more. They can always place some on IR. I don't know if that still is if he's able to go ahead and come back quicker than the 4 weeks. I don't know. I got to do a little bit more research on that part, because I don't know if them switching them into IR, does that help them come back sooner? So I don't know. We'll see. Shout out to my guy Troy. Salute to you, brother. Just got home from work. What's up with the Raiders? So we got training camp underway. Talking about Christian Wilkins, he has been put on the physically unable to perform list. So that means he's not going to be part of training camp as of right now. Now he can come off that list and start participating in training camp if he gets the all clear and he is confident to go ahead and come back and participate in training camp. But this is the thing with training camp. It's a lot of it is getting those reps in, getting that conditioning in. And he hasn't really done much work besides being in the gym, hitting the weights. That's all gravy. That's all good. But you need that conditioning. It matters, especially to a big guy like that, and playing the way he plays, playing as much as he's expected to play, even if he's scaled back a little bit, that still that conditioning is so important for sure, for sure. Yeah, let me know, Jeff. Yeah, because that's a little technical question. So if he gets placed on IR before the 53, does that kind of nullify that? And is he able to go ahead and come back quicker? So instead of missing the first 4 weeks, could he come back potentially week 2, home opener? Those are the little loopholes. I don't know. Yeah, it's so tricky, bro. For sure, for sure. That shit is very tricky. For sure. But yeah. Again, Jack Bech has signed his contract. Nothing has been really put out for sure, like from Tashawn Reed, the Raiders, or anything, the particulars on the contract. Um, Let me see over the cap. I haven't really seen anything, and I don't think it's going to be quite out there. But let me double check. Jack Bech. And make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for your old boy here. It does go a long way to go ahead and support the show. Appreciate everyone pulling up with me on this mid-afternoon show, a pull-up show. Just going ahead and chopping up, talking some Raiders football on Jack Bech and Christian Wilkins situation. So no, as far as over the cap, it has not been put out there as far as his contract details. Let's see, spot track. Let's see, spot track. Jack Bech. See if I can find. So let me see if I can find his details. All right. So let me go ahead and share this with you guys really quick. So again, Jack Bech has officially signed with the Raiders. He is on the official capacity part of the team. We didn't really have I didn't have any doubt about that. I knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of time. And, a lot of those second rounder rookies have officially, starting to go ahead and agree and come to terms with their respective teams. And so Jack Bech, being one of those guys, has officially signed his contract. So let me go ahead and put this up here. Hang on. Oops. Thought I shared it. My bad. All right. Here we go. All right, y'all. So this is spot track. Go ahead and increase it. Let me all right, let me take my ugly mug out of it. All right, y'all. So it's a 4-year contract. Looks like 7.5 million. He did get a $2.1 million signing bonus. So he's gonna be with us until 2029. That's really when he becomes a undrafted a free agent at that point. But yeah, it is a 4-year contract, $7.5 million, $2.1 million signing bonus. So that this is according to Spot Track. So it's on here, y'all. It's on here. So that's it's good to know. I got the particulars. My bad. So good that we got the particulars on Jack Bech's contract. Again, it's a 4 year, 7.5, 2.1 signing bonus. We're going to talk about this really in depth tomorrow with Rundown on Good Morning Raiders. Got special guest Mike from Raiders Against the World. It's going to be a good one. Not a lot of people get Mike's take on it, so get Mike's takes on things. So it'll be good to go ahead and have everybody kind of tap in and get his takes on Raiders football and who he likes so far in the season and whatnot. But yeah, we're definitely going to go ahead and touch on this tomorrow more in depth. That I'm glad that he signed. We can go ahead and kind of move forward and start focusing on really training camp, preseason. Literally, preseason. I think it's a couple weeks away. First preseason game. I think it's the second week of uh, of August, and that's going to be versus Seattle. Let's see here, August 7th. So that's going to be in Seattle. Raiders taking on Pete's former team in the Seahawks. Then on the 16th is going to be Niners versus Raiders. I know a couple of people are going to be going to that one. I will not be going to that one. That's going to be in Vegas. And then the 23rd is going to be Raiders versus Cardinals in Phoenix. I'll be in that. I'll be there on that one. And then we get the season underway a couple of weeks after that on the 7th, week 1, in Foxborough versus the Patriots. Y'all know Jeff is going to be there. He already has a lot of cool stuff planned for that day. Make sure if you guys go into New England for that game, make sure you guys go ahead and hit up Jeff. He got some cool events lined up for the Black Hole. Shout out to my guy Jeff, always bringing great content. Shout out to Christopher Raiders. They got the show tonight. They got the pull-up show, the open mic. Make sure you guys go ahead and pull up for that one. So if you guys want to hear, great football talk, tap into Friday Night Live with Jeff. And if you want to go ahead and, if you guys are brave enough, you guys want to jump on the mic, you got that open mic. You already know what time it is. So for sure, let's see. Okay. Jeff sent me something to go ahead and explain the IR and pup. Hold on one second. Let me pull that up. Let's see. Okay. Once a player on IR is cleared to practice, they have 21 days to either to be activated to the active roster or be placed on season-ending IR. Okay. Players who are placed on the IR before the start of the regular season can miss the entire season unless they're designated to return when the roster is trimmed to 53 prior to the start. Okay. So they have to go ahead and designate him to return. So they can place him on the IR. So let's say he's going to need about 2 weeks. So on week 2, maybe for that home opener, he's able to go ahead and say, hey, you know what? I feel confident by week 2, I'll be able to come back. Gets a green light from his doctors. They can place him on IR and designate him to be able to return when they come up with that 53, right? With the 53-man roster. And then he can come back week 2. He won't have to miss the 4 weeks that is mandated if he's still on that PUP list after the 53 is set. So it's a little bit of a loophole. Thank you, Jeff, for that. It's great information. He has a link if you want to go ahead and read yourselves. It's on the chat. But that's a little technical. I figured that was going to be something like that where he could. There's certain things. So again, it's a 2-part thing. I'm gonna read it to you guys. I just want to go ahead and I wanted to do a quick skim before I read it out loud. Let's see. Okay, so it says here, once a player is placed on IR, is cleared to practice, they have 21 days either to be activated to the active roster or placed on season-ending IR. They can also be released or traded. Players who are placed on IR before the start of the regular season can miss the entire season unless they are designated to return within the roster is trimmed to 53 players prior to the start of the season. So they can come back early. They can come back early. And let me read what pup is on for that. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So it says here players on the active pup list can either be moved to the reserve slash pup list during the preseason roster cut down period. Players won't count against the active roster limit if they're placed on the reserve slash pup list. They must miss the first 4 games of the season. So there you go. So if they're still on the pup list after the roster has been put out, then they have to miss the first 4 games, right? But if they move them to IR, he can come back before those 4 games. So but that might not even happen at all. So we don't know. We have to kind of play the waiting game and see what happens with Christian Wilkins. You know, it's literally probably week by week type of thing. We're gonna have to go ahead and just kind of keep an eye on it week by week and see how, is he gonna come back? Is he gonna still be out? I think we'll know pretty soon what the severity of that foot injury is. Um, let's see here. My guy Dixon. Do you think Bech has more expectations on him than Trey Tucker? I do. I don't think as much than more than Trey Tucker. I think is the same. Having being drafted in the second round and having the comparison to like Jacoby. I mean, it's a pretty good comparison, bro. I mean, he can make those tough catches. He has almost a 0% drop rate. I think it was like 0.10 his drop rate last year. So I think he has expectations for sure. I think like any other person, I don't think his expectations obviously is higher like than Ashton Genty, but I think it's on the same line, same wavelength as Trey. Same thing for Trey. I think Trey the question is, where does he really fit into the system? He's not your prototypical peak care wide receiver, but he does have speed and he's that deep threat. We know what he can do. So are we going to still see Trey Tucker? Yes, I think we're still going to see Trey Tucker because he's been here and we know that he can go ahead and be that deep threat. I think we're just going to see him in certain packages. That's really what I think it's going to happen with Trey. So, but yeah, I really want to go ahead and really see what Bech is going to do. I think he's going to have a pretty good training camp. It's been quiet, like I said, it's been quiet on that front. We haven't heard too much from him, which is good and bad. Good because he's doing his thing, but bad because he's not really standing out. I think we've heard more from Dante Thornton. He's really has been a gem. I think expectations are not super high on Dante yet, and that's a good thing. I think that's an advantage because he doesn't have that, and I feel he's going to go ahead and surprise a lot of people. And this is really where we're going to know where if he's for real or if it's just he's able to go ahead and perform, on shirts and shorts, as Leo likes to say, So once a pad comes on, it changes things. So really interesting to see how he does on that. Same thing for Darian Porter. I would love to see how he progresses. He's really going to take that CB1 spot. He's right now in competition with Eric Stokes. I think those guys are going to be battling out for that position. Jacorian Bennett. It's still interesting to see where he's going to really fall. But it's probably for him going to be that CB3. I don't know if he's going to be necessarily put on like a nickel position, but I think he's going to be going to be there. I think he's going to play solid when the time counts. So let's see here. My guy Egalitarian, salute to you, brother. Thank you, appreciate you pulling up. My lady and I will be attending the Colts versus the Raiders game this year. That's what's up, brother. Salute to you, man. I'm not. I don't have anything planned outside of Vegas for regular season. I just have the preseason in Phoenix that's very close to me, so I'll be out there. Um, I'll be out there in next month for sure. Let's see here. All right. Grandizer breaking news. Jay, cue the new prompter sound has Morse code like sound. Bech got paid. Show our guy the money. Yes, brother. So if you missed it, I don't know if you missed it, but he got paid. He got a 4-year deal, $7.5 million, 2.1 signing bonus for him. So happy about that. He's in. We can go ahead and move forward with training camp. That was one question, whether or not he's going to go ahead and hold out and not participate in training camp. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah. So love it. Let me see here I don't know if let me see if I can see the updated the updated salary cap. So as of right now, the salary cap goes down to about just over 31 million. Again, we still have some guys that need to be extended. First and foremost, Colton Miller, that he has to be extended. So hopefully we get that news really, really soon. I think it's probably going to happen just right before week 1. If it doesn't happen before week 1, we're probably going to see it not too long after that. This might be a thing where the Raiders are wanting to see how that shoulder is working, if still any lingering issues out there. So interesting. Hopefully we get that. You got to take care of your tackle for sure. Jacoby Myers being the other guy that hopefully gets re-upped as well. And that'll be interesting now that Bech is officially here. Depending how that season goes for him, we may or may not see Jacoby here. It also depends how much Jacoby wants to go ahead and still keep being a Raider. So interesting how that's going to work out. Daniel Carlson, I think, is the other guy on his final year as well. So another guy needs to be potentially extended as well. Kickers work a little bit differently, but I like Daniel Carlson. I think he's been mostly dependable. There have been some questions here and there on some certain situations last year where he's missed a few field goals, may or may not have been the deciding factor in the games, right? But obviously our offense was trash last year. So how much is it on him? How much is it on the offense? Those are little things that we kind of have to ask ourselves. But I think we should extend Carlson, in my opinion. So yeah, man. So yeah, 4 years, 7.5 million. We just went on Spot Track. I'm going to go ahead and hit a little bit of rewind on the live. I put it up there for everyone to go ahead and see. So official done deal for sure. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a typical second round pick type of deal. We're not going to see breaking the bank type deal. I think it equates over to like 1.6 per year. It's not anything major, right? So he does. So second round picks do not have a 5th year option. That's only given to the first rounders. If the team elects to go ahead and hit that 5th year option, they are able to go ahead and do so. So for him, there's no 5th year. So in 2029, he becomes a free agent. Shout out to my guy Ardell. Salute to you, brother. It ain't that much of a breaking news, but I did want to go ahead and jump on a live and talk about it. I have some time right now. Kids are down. They're asleep. Got some quiet time. I'm like, let me go ahead and jump on, do a live. My son literally knocked out right before the show. So he's set to wake up pretty soon. So I might have to go ahead and head on. I wasn't planning to do a whole long live, but I did want to go ahead and take some time and chop it up with you guys, talk about a little bit of the news that's been going on the last 24 hours or 18 hours, whatever you want to go ahead and call it. So, yeah, short, not a lot, not a whole long show. Just so y'all know, we have some topics to hit. And we're going to go more in depth tomorrow on Good Morning Raiders, where we're talking about Jack Bech, about rookie training camp. We'll talk about Christian Wilkins, how that's going to go ahead and potentially play out, because there's still some questions on that. Who's really going to be able to go ahead and step up in that Raider D line outside of Max Crosby and Kuntz, right? You have Adam Butler. He's good, but who's going to go ahead and be able to essentially replace Christian Wilkins? Let's see here. Says, I don't think we heard Bech or his agent say, if I don't get this amount, then I'm holding out, right? No. That was a question. That was, I think it was only Trey Harris or somebody that held out yesterday, that they didn't show up to their camp. I could be wrong on that. I don't quite remember. So let's see here. Yeah. So this was a league wide thing. It wasn't just us. It wasn't Jack being like, you know what, you don't pay me, I'm not. You don't give me a guaranteed deal, I'm not coming out. So I'm glad it got taken care of. Let me see here. And it's not. Yeah, I don't think it's a. I don't know if it's a fully guaranteed deal. Yeah, the average salary for him is about 1.8, just under 1.9 million. Signing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to go ahead and kind of read the particulars here. 3. Yeah. So I don't think it looks like this contract is not fully guaranteed. I think a good amount is guaranteed. It looks like. Let me kind of go back into it, and we can do this thing together, guys, real quick. Yeah, I did sort of break. I put it out there to y'all. I was late, bro, because I was stuck with the kids and whatnot. So I saw it. I just threw it out to you guys. I didn't go into depth like I am today. I should have, but I didn't think it was going to be out. I didn't think we were going to get the particulars on the deal last night. So now we did. So let me kind of go here. I'm gonna have to kind of do the math a little bit. Here, let me add this to the stage. All right. So going back. Okay, cool. So if you guys see the base salary, let me try to go ahead and see if I can do the quick math on it. Bear with me, y'all. So, because that to me does not equate to 7.5 3,538 plus 1,527 166 1,870. Yeah. So he has most of it. Actually, I'm missing the signing bonus. My bad. Okay. So plus. He has most of it guaranteed. He has a lot of it guaranteed. I want to say probably like 85%, 80% of it's guaranteed. So it comes out to just just over $7 million that he's going to get to him, guaranteed, based on what we're looking at right now, right? So adding all these numbers, so he gets 840 this year, plus the sign, plus this signing of $500,000, and that equates to that. You go, if you start adding up the 1.1, 1.5, 1.8, and then all the signings, it comes out to about $7 million, just over, like $7 million, 24,488 around there, if you want to get technical. So that's kind of what it poses. So most of that contract is guaranteed that he's going to go ahead and get paid out. So, and I've said it. I don't think the second rounders are going to get a fully guaranteed deal. I think it's going to come really close to it, but it's very rare when you get a second rounder to get a fully guaranteed contract, right? So, give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna put this up. Let me go ahead and get my son real quick. He woke up. All right, y'all. So Brian, my co-host, my little co-host here. So we're gonna do the show together, right? We're gonna go ahead and end the show together for sure. All right. So, but yeah, this is kind of what the contract looks like. He has about 7 million guaranteed that's going to be coming to him in his 4 years here. So we wanted to go ahead and kind of break it down a little bit more. So again, tomorrow we'll go ahead and really go into it, kind of where Bech kind of falls along in this new offense that we're going to be seeing really, really soon. I feel that he's gonna go ahead and make that impact. I don't think it's going to be as a big of impact as y'all think. I think with this offense, the balls, everything's going to kind of be distributed a little bit evenly. We're going to see different looks from different guys. So, but yeah, training camp, rookie training camp is underway. That is off and running. And again, veteran training camp starts July the 22nd. That is a Tuesday, and we get everybody in the same place, and we're gonna see what's what for sure. So, again, potential standouts at training camp. Hopefully, now we're gonna see the emergence more of Jack Bech. Hopefully, we start hearing that name more coming out of training camp. Dante Thornton, I have big expectations for him. Darren Porter is the other guy. Obviously, battling for that CB1 position. Ashton Genty, you already know what time it is. I'm not too worried about him. Once, literally, I'm pretty sure once we'll know how he's really going to go ahead and look like once week 1 starts. I don't think we're going to see too much of him in preseason. Maybe up until that last game in Phoenix, then we'll probably see more of Genty, or we might see Genty in limited. Limited probably maybe about a series or two during preseason, maybe just one series. I don't even think we'll see him at the Seahawk preseason game. I don't think we'll see him until like 49er. That's really we'll start seeing little flashes of Genty and giving him a little bit of a rep. And remember, this guy is going to be our generational running back, a workhorse. So you got to make sure we take care of him for sure. Shout out to my guy, Malo. Appreciate you pulling up, my guy. Salute. Let's see here. My guy Grant says, yeah, next time we can compare what Bech got versus the other wide receivers. in the second round, did he more or less or about the same interesting? Yeah, I haven't checked out anybody else's deal, so I wouldn't really know, to be honest with you. Um, so yeah, I can go ahead and try to see if I can find some things tonight for tomorrow's show, and we can go ahead and talk about it for sure. Let's see. Okay. Well, there you go. Glad I broke the news to you, my guy. So when we talked about it, so he's we know now he's getting about 7 million, just over $7 million guaranteed to him. That's going to be paid out to him. Went over the numbers. I'm a numbers guy. This is what I'm good at reading all this stuff. Excel sheets and spreadsheets. Just that's what kind of I did before. So I'm good. I'm good with numbers. So I was able to go ahead and kind of put things together. And it's just really simple adding. It's not even all that. Let's see here. Yeah. There you go. For sure. Well, you already know. Hey, that's why I say make sure you guys hit the notifications as soon as news goes on. As soon as news goes on, sorry, struggling today. As soon as news goes on, I go on, and we are here now for sure. Let's see. So I want to see Bash break Ricky wide receiver record, but like you said, the Raiders are going to run. Yep, that's going to be the name of the game, bro. To be honest with you, really this year we're going to really start solidifying that run game. That's going to be that's really where we're going to go ahead and set the tone. That's going to open up the air game. That's when we're going to see guys like Jack Bech, Dante Thornton, Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers, number one tight end in the NFL. I'm never going to stop saying that until he's not number one. Then we're going to start seeing those guys. So one sets up for the other, and it's all dependent on that run game. That run game is dependent on the O line. So there's still battles going on for the interior. We know what time it is with our tackles. It's the interior. Outside of JPJ, it's really between Kappa, even though right now everyone's saying Kappa's going to be at least one of the guards. So it's Meredith, Parham, Mumford. You could throw in Rogers in that mix in that group to see who's going to go ahead and take the final guard spot. And but probably not going to be Rogers. He's going to be a rotational guy where he's going to go ahead and have some looks, especially during preseason, and kind of go from there. It might be Meredith who's probably going to be the guy. I'll be surprised if it's Parham. You already know it's not. That's not me or Jeff's guy right there. We don't think he should be the guy to start for sure. So you already know what time it is with that. Shout out to my guys, Space Beast. Salute to you, brother. Thanks for pulling up. Let's see. My guy, Space Beast, pumped about the offensive playmakers. Feel like it's a long time since wide receiver 3 and 4 were real dogs. Yep, for sure. Let's see here. Yeah, see, it doesn't need to be anything but solid. Yep, there you go, for sure. Yeah, but I wanted to go ahead and just pull up with you guys for a little bit to go ahead and chop it up and just go over this news. We're finally starting to get some news coming in. It's been pretty slow June and up until literally this week and maybe last week. Really, there hasn't been too much in the news going on in Raider Nation, and but this is one of the things that have been out there. Whether or not Jack Bech is going to be able to go ahead and report to training camp. I mean, it would have been crazy if all these second rounders would have held out past week one. It's something that really is unheard of. And again, a lot of it is, some of it is, I would say probably half of it would be attributed to NIL and all that you have going on. So you like that, huh? So it's just crazy. But um, I'm glad that all the second rounders got all that figured out, and we can go ahead and move forward. He signed. Go ahead and get this training camp underway. Salute to my guy Billy Davis in the building. What a do, brother. Thanks for pulling up. Salute, salute. Let's see. Uh, yeah, my guy Malo. Bolsa Chica Raider Nation takeover next Saturday. So if you're around the area, make sure you guys hit that beach takeover next Saturday. That's gonna be fire. I wish I was around the area, but I am not. So but that'll be a good time for sure. Make sure you guys hit that. Um if you guys are in the area. Uh, let's see. Yeah, that's my old stomping grounds, bro. Old stomping grounds. I used to live in Huntington Beach, and man, I miss it. Good area, but that's a pretty cool beach. If you guys haven't been to that beach, man, definitely check it out. If you guys are in LA, Southern California, Orange County. If you guys are in Orange County, Chef, you already know what time it is with that. But if you guys been in LA and you haven't been any farther south than Santa Monica or um, Hermosa, hit that up. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's see here. Uh, let's see. Are all the 2025 Raider draft picks signed? Yep. Jack Bech was the last one. He was the last one. So he's good to go. And that was all attributed to the second rounders holding out. So interesting to know everybody's on the same page. And again, it was a domino effect. Somebody cracked, and then everybody else followed. That's literally how this thing goes for sure. Make sure you guys go ahead and get your questions in before I go ahead and wrap it up. I wasn't even planning on to be on this long, to be honest with you guys. I just wanted to go ahead and take some time and jump on this live to chop it up. I am going to go ahead and head out pretty soon. I just want to go ahead and take a couple more questions. Got to go ahead and get these, take care of these damn kids. Got to get my girl going here in just a bit. Let's see. No, man, I do not know who he is. So, send me a link, bro. I'll check him out. Let's see. Yeah, time for all the picks and UDFAs to get to work. So interesting to see some of these UDFAs. We talked about it early in the week. Who I think can make this 53-man roster. I think guys like Melo Dotson, Jaw Joyner, Jalen Walker have a shot to make it into this roster out of all the guys who currently on the 90. So yeah, interesting to see. Hopefully, we get to see a little bit of Tyree progress and not get beat up by a fucking rookie, man. Because Jesus Christ, I don't know. I don't know about that guy. That's a whole other life that we got to do just on Tyree, bro. And what kind of a disappointment it's been. Shout out to my guy Rick Rocks. Appreciate you pulling up, my guy. Salute to you. Appreciate you pulling up. Yeah, we're just talking about Jack Bech and the rookies. Possible some rookie standouts coming. Um, coming out in this training camp. And again, the main camp vets report next Tuesday. So next week we get everybody in the building. We're fully underway into training camp, and it's going to be the real deal here. Shout out to my guy G Fam in the building. Salute to you. One of my members, part of the JRB family. Salute to you, brother. Shout out again to my guy Jeff, goading those 5 JRB memberships. So again, if you want to be a member too, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that link that's pinned up top. It really does help to go ahead and support the show and really keep the lights on here. with all the costs to bring this show to life on YouTube. It's not cheap, y'all. Just so y'all know. So again, appreciate you guys supporting the show. Everybody who rocks with me, who comes on the live, whether you participate in chat or you spectate, much love to you guys. Appreciate everyone with the support as usual for sure. Let's see here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. All right. Let me hit a couple of other things here. Again, I'll be out in Vegas August 2nd for that open practice. If y'all don't know, open practice is basically free. August 2nd. I think it's like I paid $5. You get to attend that open practice at Allegiant. It's gonna be a good time. It's not gonna be a big practice, but you'll see the guys throw the ball and all that, and it's more for us, the fans. So I think Leo's gonna be there. I think Run's gonna be there as well. Kind of let him know, hey, bro, I'm gonna go to that. So we gotta figure it out. So I think he's extending his little vacay that he's doing around that time. So I think he's gonna be out there with me. 805 is gonna be out there. It's gonna be a good time. I know a couple of the content creators are gonna be out there as well. Samoan's gonna be out there. So you already know what time it is. So I'm gonna try to get you guys footage. I don't think I'm gonna do a live that day, to be honest with you. If I do, it's a pull up. So turn on those notifications just in case. It's not gonna be a good. Maybe it's a Good Morning Raiders. Maybe it's a Raiders Unfiltered or whatever, or just a blend of me and Run doing a live with a big name out there. I don't know. It might just be that time. I don't know. We'll see what happens. That's what I like about it. Just pull up, enjoy the experience, and if some networking happens on the side of it, great. If not, that's great too, man. I'm all about they're just showing support, right, puppies? Yeah. Say what's up to everybody. Look, you want to be on camera? You're on camera now, my boy. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some autographs. I got the Bowers jersey. I'm gonna be rocking my Max jersey. I got my daughter's Max jersey, so I'm gonna try to get that signed. It'll be cool. It'll be a good time. So I'm really looking forward to it. I've never been to an open practice, and this is really the first time that it's basically free. So, I'm gonna do the damn thing. So why not? Just gotta make it out there. That's all, right, buddy? Right? They'll make it out there, right? Yeah, my boy here is gonna be at the Cardinal game, and this is gonna be his very first football game. So he's gonna be rocking his Raider colors, his Raider jersey. We're ready to take it out, right, buddy? You got your PJs, you got your little PJ that you sleep with from time to time, but now you got your jersey. His sister has her jersey, so it's gonna be a family affair. Y'all already know what time it is. Yeah, appreciate you, my guy. Yeah. He is 5 months as of yesterday. So yeah, time flies, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. But other than that, y'all, that is my time for today. I am gonna go ahead and head on out. Really quick reminder: Good Morning Raiders tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Pacific. We're gonna have our guy Mike from Raiders Against the World. He'll be our guest live in studio, chopping up with us. We're gonna talk some Raider football. We're gonna talk Jack Bech. We talk Christian Wilkins and being on the pup list, all that good stuff. How that's gonna go ahead and play out into this 2025 season. So make sure you guys go ahead and tap in for that. I'm gonna go ahead and work on that show later tonight. This was a pull-up show, guys, so I didn't have anything besides Jack Bech and really Wilkins being on that pup list. So just wanted to go ahead and chop it up. Nothing really structured. This is raw. This is raw. But tomorrow it's structured. We're gonna have a lot of good stuff that we're gonna be covering on Good Morning Raiders. So make sure you guys go ahead and put it on your calendar. Go ahead and turn on notifications. Be ready because Good Morning Raiders is coming at you. Live and in effect. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Pacific with my guy, the Raider Rundown, and Mike from Raiders Against the World will be live in the studio. So make sure you guys go ahead and tap into that. As always, I'll be on Monday. Raiders Unfiltered every damn Monday night, 5 p.m. Pacific. You already know what time it is. Make sure you guys go ahead and catch me on that show on Monday afternoon, Monday night. And then, of course, we got the show. I always got to promote. Oh, I just got spat up on. I got spat up on. It's all good. Make sure you guys catch the Raider Connection, 7 p.m. every damn Wednesday. You already know what time it is with my guy Jeff, Cheeto Linus, LB Rated 10. Nate should be back on Wednesday, unless he has something more important that he has to do aside from us. So make sure you guys go ahead and tap into that. But my guy just spat up, so that should be my cue to go ahead and head on out. Thank you everyone for pulling up on this midday afternoon show. I know you have choices on different shows, and I appreciate everyone pulling up with me and rocking with me on this one. So appreciate everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. We'll be there. Be there or be squared. Just kidding. Appreciate it, y'all. Until next time, y'all. Peace.